A recent video taken in the Canadian province of British Columbia has some people wondering if perhaps the documentary crew responsible for the footage captured a genuine unidentified flying object. The strange light was caught flying over one of the world's premier rock climbing destinations and a stone monolith sacred to the area's indigenous inhabitants known as Stawamus Chief. Stawamus Chief juts out of the ground just a few miles from the city of Squamish and is known among this still largely undeveloped land's original population for being the spot where one of their greatest heroes defeated a double-headed sea serpent and united the Squamish people. Such a culturally auspicious site is sure to have its share of unexplained phenomena attached to it, and Stawamus Chief is no different. Stories of strange lights around the sacred stone are often told by locals, which prompted documentarians Rob Freeman and Marcus McNabb to shoot the footage we'll be examining. This video was taken just after nightfall on the evening of July the 22nd, 2017. As you can see by the video, something strange transpired on Stawamus Chief that night, but what exactly? We asked our team of experts to examine the video themselves and see if they could help shed a little light on this mysterious orb. The first thing the restricted access team did was plot out the lay of the land. Stawamus Chief is about 10 miles south of the Squamish airport, and the film was shot from the western face of the rock structure, so the light is moving from south to north towards the airport. That airport hosts charter services that fly hikers, climbers and campers into and out of the area, and so at first glance, this light might be taken for a helicopter heading home after a late charter flight. It's a tempting solution, but let's examine the facts. Our experts were quick to point out that the light in the video, were it to be seen with the naked eye, would be much smaller than what is captured on the night vision camera. Night vision cameras are designed to amplify light sources, and this has the effect of causing lights to appear larger than they normally would. If this was caused by a helicopter, then it was some distance away. Something our team thought was suspicious in entertaining that theory was the lack of navigation lights present on whatever was the source of the orb. You can see in the video that the light is steady and unwavering, with no trace of the pulsing rhythm one would expect from blinking navigation lights, even if they were behind a spotlight or other bright light source. Navigation lights are normally mandatory on all aircraft for safety purposes, and their absence from this object is very strange. A drone would have no such restrictions though, and so it's possible that if the light is being caused by a terrestrial craft, then it's one being remotely controlled from the ground. A small drone aircraft being flown for private or commercial use could explain the strange light, and there likely wouldn't be any trace of it afterward. While drones aren't allowed in airplane flight paths or other dangerous areas, they are a popular way for professional film crews and amateur enthusiasts alike to film the beauty of nature. One such unmanned aerial excursion could have caused the light we saw in the video. Another explanation that's been bandied about by skeptics is that the light could be a headlamp or other light source from a hiker or climber. Our experts were able to rule this out right away, noting that the light's position on camera is clearly off of the ground. Whatever this was, it was in the air. For their part, Freeman and McNabb are convinced they've captured something beyond any man-made terrestrial object. The filmmakers say that the object made no sound, which left them unconvinced by explanations involving normal aircraft. Of course, an aircraft at a certain distance wouldn't be heard. The documentarians say that the light in the video, whatever it was, visibly lights up trees behind it, meaning it was in front of them. If that's the case, then it couldn't have been a far-off airplane or helicopter. Their explanation wouldn't rule out a drone though, which would be more than capable of flying close enough to be amongst the trees and still be silent. Charles Lamoureux, a self-described former skeptic turned UFO believer, examined the video at the duo's request. Lamoureux is an avid skywatcher and amateur astronomer who is sometimes featured in local news reports in British Columbia regarding UFOs and other strange celestial objects. He believes the video captured a genuine orb of the variety that is said to inexplicably appear at Stawamus Chief according to local law. Lamoureux claims to study the phenomenon and says he's tracked such lighted spheres over Canada before, having even made his own documentary on the subject called Nocturnal Lights. Lamoureux says he examined the video immediately, and that after fact-checking it, he was able to confirm that the object was not a plane, drone, satellite or meteor, after no such documented Vancouver International Airport routes were found. He has yet to explain the methodology behind his determination, or offer any evidence of a paranormal explanation for the event other than his own opinion. As always, we present the evidence for you to judge. What was behind this glowing sphere captured near Stawamus Chief? Did this film crew capture evidence of an unexplained orb, or was this merely a misidentified mundane craft? Ultimately, that is left for you to decide.